Hey everybody, welcome back to Sovereign Money. Before I start today's video on the Aqua Bitcoin wallet, which is a really neat wallet, I need to say something, and that is thank you. Christmas Day in 2023, I launched my Bitcoin channel called Sovereign Money, which you're watching right now, and it's been 1 year. I am blown away with how many amazing people have subscribed to my channel, and I'm approaching 6,000 subscribers, which is just actually my goal for the first year was 500 subscribers. So I'm doing way better than I thought, and I just really appreciate all the attention, the nice comments, and all the interaction. And I'm glad I can help people get started in the Bitcoin world, because I believe that Bitcoin represents freedom, and I want everybody to experience that for themselves. I've convinced some people to get into Bitcoin, but there's still a lot more to go. And I know you feel the same way. Most of your friends are like, I don't need that crap. But they'll see. Bitcoin is slowly becoming mainstream. Anyway, thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Now let's get into the video. This is a Bitcoin wallet, and this is a liquid network Bitcoin wallet, and this is a Lightning wallet. 3 powerful Bitcoin networks, each with their own strengths. But until now, using them together meant juggling multiple wallets, dealing with complex setups, opening and closing payment channels, and switching between different applications. That is, until now. This is the Aqua Bitcoin wallet, a revolutionary mobile Bitcoin wallet that brings all 3 networks together in one elegant application. Store your Bitcoin securely on-chain, send instant Lightning payments without all the technical headaches, and tap into Liquid's advanced features, all from a single interface. The magic? Aqua's clever integration of all of these 3 networks eliminates common frustrations like channel management and application switching. No more juggling between different wallets. No more technical complexity, just Bitcoin that works the way you need it to and the way it should work. In today's video, you're going to learn how to leverage 3 Bitcoin networks from one interface, the clever way Aqua made Lightning payments not only instant, but simple. You're going to learn how to seamlessly move between Bitcoin networks and even to a stablecoin, all within the application. And you're going to learn a unified approach that even your grandma could use. Well, maybe not your grandma, but your mom, for sure. If that sounds good to you, pardon the pun, let's dive into the Aqua wallet. Real quick, let me show you how to get started. First, you head over to aqua.net and find the link for your appropriate platform. This is a mobile-only wallet, so do not have a desktop version. They have one for iOS, they have one for Google, and they have a direct download for an APK file. And for those people who are really fanatical about privacy, they have a version for a de-Googled phone coming soon. While you're here at the website, you can poke around. There's some information on their private stablecoin transfers, send and receive USDT, buy Bitcoin, and access a range of services. They're working on a credit card to be able to spend out of your savings on the application, which is really cool. And some other information here. And if you go up to the top, there's some other stuff you can poke around on your own time. There's also a link here for the download. So you download the application, install it into your phone, then open the application, create a wallet, or use an existing seed phrase to restore a wallet. Make sure you record your seed phrase and store it very securely. I have lots of videos on my channel about storing seed phrases, so you can check them out. And that's it. You're ready to get started exploring the Aqua wallet. But before we explore the features of the Aqua wallet, let's address the most important question: security. Can you trust the Aqua wallet with your precious Bitcoin? With the Aqua Wallet, security is built on 3 pillars. Number 1, the Aqua Wallet is fully open source software under the MIT license, and their code is available for inspection on their GitHub page. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. Number 2, this wallet is built using the Green Development Kit from Blockstream, which has a proven track record for secure wallet operations, including seed generation, wallet restoration, and transaction signing. And the application is widely available on iOS, Android, APK download, and the support for the F-Droid version is coming soon. All right, now that we know that the Aqua application is secure, let's understand how it brings together Bitcoin's 3 main layers. The first layer is the Bitcoin main chain. It's the most secure layer of Bitcoin, but it's slower and the fees can get really significant. The second layer is the Lightning Network, which has instant payments and minimal fees, which makes it ideal for small, frequent transactions. And the third layer is the Liquid Network. I have several videos on the Liquid Network on the channel, so check those out. But the Liquid Network is a faster sidechain to the Bitcoin main chain, and it has advanced features like asset swaps and confidential transactions. But with Aqua Wallet, you don't have to worry about managing these three layers. It's all handled for you. But before we dive into the details of how it works, let's understand the costs involved with each network. This will help you make informed decisions about which network to use for which type of transaction. So each network has its own fee structure, benefits, and trade-offs, which Aqua helps you navigate seamlessly. Let's break down the cost for each network transaction. Most of you are familiar with the Bitcoin main chain, where transaction fees vary based on network congestion. They typically range from 50 cents to $5. This is sort of normal fees, but they can spike up to hundreds of dollars, even for small transactions. Of course, higher priority transactions, that is, ones that you want to include in the next block that get confirmed within the next 20 minutes or so, cost more. And the main chain confirmation time is usually about 10 minutes per block, but can vary significantly, taking up to hours and even days to verify a transaction if you don't get the fees right. Then we have the Lightning Network. The base fee on the Lightning Network is about 1 Satoshi. I've seen estimates from 1 millisat to 1,000 Satoshis, but it's somewhere in between, and I think it's about 1 sat. Then on top of that, there are routing fees associated with transactions, and again, these are very small. They range from 0.0001 to 0.001% of the transaction amount. But here's the important part with Lightning payments on the Aqua Wallet. When you receive or send a Lightning payment in or out of the Aqua Wallet, what happens is the Bitcoin that is stored on the Aqua Wallet is stored in the form of liquid Bitcoin. It gets instantly converted to regular Bitcoin and then sent out on the Lightning Network. All of this transaction has some fees associated with it. And the conversion fee for incoming and outgoing payments is 0.1%. Again, pretty small. And the best part is all of these conversions are handled automatically through Aqua Wallet's integration with the Boltz exchange. All behind the scenes, you don't see any of it except the fee. We're going to do some demo transactions later, but I've written out a demo to help you understand. So if there's a $5 outgoing payment for a cup of coffee, $5, you can't believe it. There's a 0.1% fee for the exchange of liquid Bitcoin to get it sent out on the Lightning Network. That amounts to 0.005 or half of 1 cent for a $5 payment. Then there's approximately 1 penny for Lightning transaction fees, adding up to a total of 1.5 cents fees for a $5 Lightning payment out of the Aqua Wallet. Now, I'm going to put this logic to the test in a few minutes, and so we'll see if that matches up. There should be instant confirmation, but sometimes these conversions can take a little bit of time. And the fees for the Liquid Network, I've discussed a little bit, but Liquid Network transactions themselves have fees as well. The basic network fee is 0.1 sats per byte of the transaction size. As I discussed, there's a 0.1% fee for pegging in, that is exchanging Bitcoin into liquid Bitcoin, and a 0.1% fee for pegging out to regular Bitcoin again, along with any main chain fees for the transaction. For example, pegging in $10,000 worth of Bitcoin will incur a liquid fee of $10 or 0.1% of 10,000. And then the opposite is true. The Liquid Network has really fast confirmation times of 1 minute per block. Exactly. Every block, 1 minute on the dot. After 2 blocks, so 2 minutes, all transactions are finalized. In my experience, the typical transaction fees inside the Liquid Network from Liquid Wallet to Liquid Wallet range from 4 cents to about 40 cents per transaction, so pretty small. Here's a little side note for you, and it might surprise you. This is about taxes. A lot of people on the internet say that transferring Bitcoin from wallet to wallet is not a taxable event. That is wrong. I am not an accountant. I am not a tax professional, but I am telling you that when you spend Bitcoin, it has to be recorded. So when you send Bitcoin from one wallet to another, there's a fee, right? So you pay this small fee, hopefully, and move your Bitcoin from one wallet to another. That fee is a disposal of Bitcoin, which had a basis. That is, you bought that Bitcoin for some fee, some price in the past, and then you disposed of it in the form of paying a fee. So in essence, all transactions where you move Bitcoin from one place to another, even a payment, is a taxable event. Now, of course, the main amount that you're moving is not taxed, but the fee you spent is taxable. So that's why you need to keep track of all of your transactions to the letter using a tax software. I'm using CoinTracker, and I have a video on that on my channel as well. So check it out. It's probably still pretty relevant. Back to the video. Now, understanding these network fees helps explain why Aqua uses 2 different accounts in their wallet. In order for me to show you that, it's time to look at the Aqua Wallet app and see what makes it so special. Okay, here we are on my iPhone, and the Aqua Wallet application icon is in the upper left. Let's go ahead and open this. We're presented with a lock screen. I have already opened a wallet and I've made a bunch of transactions on it. There is a balance on the spending wallet side, and I'll show you that, but it will help me demonstrate some transactions for you guys. Okay, so in order to get in, you simply press this little lock button. Doesn't look like a button, but you press that lock button. It's going to do Face ID because I've set that up. And welcome to the home screen. Holy moly, Bitcoin is really struggling. It's hard to say at 96,000, but down from 108. Woo, that's tough. Better than 16,000. Okay, on this home page, you can see that the layout is broken down into 2 accounts. As you can see, there's a savings account, and then below it, there's a spending account. In the spending account, there's 2 sort of sub-wallets or sub-accounts, one for layer 2 Bitcoin, and it doesn't specify whether it's liquid or Lightning because it's all liquid. As I mentioned, it gets converted automatically. Any Lightning payment coming in gets converted to liquid Bitcoin. And then there's an account for USDT Tether, and then there's a swap button, some receive, send buttons up top, and let's take a little tour around the application. So down here in the lower left is the wallet section, which we're looking at, and that's what you see when you log in. Then on the lower right is the settings button. I'm going to press that. Take us into the settings. You can choose your language, reference fiat, what region you live in or want to select to potentially live in. You can change the theme, select your default block explorer, but what I wanted to show you is manage your assets. So this just has the assets listed in the spending account. And then if you click the button at the bottom, it says add more. You have the ability to add the Japanese yen stablecoin, the euro stablecoin, the Mexican peso stablecoin, and the Brazilian real stablecoin. Anyway, that's the bottom one. And then if you go back, you can export the watch only wallet information. So you can set up another wallet to watch the contents of this wallet. You can turn off the direct peg in function. I have not done that. It may set up a separate Lightning wallet and keep the Lightning transactions in there. But the whole point of the wallet is to do these transactions or these conversions automatically. Then there's this Bitcoin chip button. These are collectibles that I'm not really sure the use of, and it's sort of something they gave out when the wallet was launched in 2020, and then it was relaunched again in January of 2024. With version 2, which is what you're looking at, and then you can delete the wallet. This wallet is developed by a company called Jan3, and that's it for settings. In the middle, we have Marketplace. You can buy Bitcoin, and you can sell Bitcoin too, it says. Not available for US, so you can skip that. Anyway, there's a BTC map to see where there are merchants around you that can accept Bitcoin as payment. And then in the upper right, there's a swaps button. These swaps in the Aqua Wallet take advantage of an integration with another exchange, not the Bolts exchange, which do the automatic conversions to liquid Bitcoin, but an exchange called SideSwap, and I've done a video on that on the channel as well. It allows you to peg in and peg out and do some peer-to-peer exchanging with Bitcoin and other assets. All right, so let's go back to the main page. And as you can see, there's a savings account and a spending account. The idea is that frequent transactions will take place in the spending account, and the savings account is for, you guessed it, saving. If you want to send and receive, there are buttons along the top here. You can scan a QR code as well. Let's press receive, and then we get to pick an asset that we want to receive. For instance, I select Lightning. You cannot generate a Lightning address that doesn't change, that's bound to your wallet. You can only generate what are called invoices. So you have to set an amount first. Let's do 100,000 sats, about $100. Press done, generate invoice. and please send your $100 to that address. As far as liquid payments, if you want to receive, you just press the liquid button at the top and you get a static liquid receipt address. Again, send all your liquid Bitcoin to that address. You can also receive Bitcoin with a standard native SegWit address and liquid tether. And this is a liquid address. But if you notice on the top, there are two other buttons, Tron and Ethereum. You can send you can send USDT from a Tron address to this liquid address and it will be converted, and also Ethereum. And it does not work in the jurisdiction I am in. So those two buttons don't work, but you can use a VPN on your phone if you want to get around that. And those assets are pictured down here at the bottom as well. And if you want to receive liquid Bitcoin, I need to mention this. This address at the bottom is a liquid network address, which means you can send liquid Bitcoin to this address. This is not where you send regular on-chain Bitcoin. That address is down here. You press this direct peg-in button and it generates a native SegWit address that you can send your regular Bitcoin to. It will be converted to liquid Bitcoin and end up in your wallet. There you go. Okay, back to the home page. There's one more area I want to cover on this tour and has some overlap with what we've discussed, but that is the swaps button right in the middle. And if I click that, this is where you can swap. This area leverages Aqua Wallet's integration with SideSwap exchange, not the Bolts exchange again. In this area, you can exchange using the SideSwap application right here inside your Aqua Wallet, liquid Bitcoin for USDT for a stable, or you can exchange it for Bitcoin. And then that would be what's called a peg out. It would have that 0.1% fee and any on-chain fees that apply. But if you notice, it says one liquid Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. So there's no spread or loss of funds if you do exchanges like that. Now, if you exchange from liquid Bitcoin to Tether, there are some really significant fees. I'll discuss that later. All right, let's get to the demo section before Bitcoin hits 95,000. And we'll go ahead and send some transactions out and in and see how it all goes. Since we have liquid Bitcoin in the spending account on this wallet or in this wallet, I'm going to send a small amount out to another wallet, another liquid Bitcoin wallet, and then we're going to take a look at the fees and see what they are. So let's go ahead and generate a transaction. I'm going to go grab an address so that I can have a send to address. Okay, here we are in Blockstream Green mobile wallet, which is a really cool wallet. I'm going to do another video on Blockstream Green, which I've already done, but they've really updated the application. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. I'm going to copy this receive address here. Please send all your liquid Bitcoin to this address. And then I'm going to go back to the Aqua Wallet and send out some liquid Bitcoin. And we're going to look at the transaction fees and how it all works. Okay, back in the Aqua Wallet, I select the L2 Bitcoin button in the middle there in this under spending accounts. And I'm going to send. I select the button in the middle of the screen on the bottom. Sorry, I'm going too fast. I can't show you where I'm clicking. And then it says input address or scan QR. I'm going to paste from the clipboard and continue. And how much liquid Bitcoin do we want to send? I don't know. Let's send in US dollars. Let's send 25. Nah, 20. $20. Done. I'll press continue. And again, this is a liquid wallet to liquid wallet transaction. Look at the fees, $0.02. So 2 cents or 26 sats. I'm not actually going to send this because I was really interested in finding the fees, and I didn't know that it was going to be so clear with the fees before the transaction. So that is fantastic. Then you would slide the slider to confirm the transaction and it would go. Confirmation is in 2 minutes from the time you send it. So it's quick. And it is next to free. 2 cents. That's really cool. Let's try a different amount. Let's try $100. See what the fees are. Oh, 2 cents. That's pretty crazy. All right, that's my liquid wallet to liquid wallet transaction demo. It's pretty simple. Let's go back to the main page. Now I'm going to show you how to receive a Lightning payment. So I have some funds over on river.com exchange. There's a link in the description below. It is a fantastic exchange, which uses the Lightning network to send Bitcoin out of the exchange if you want to, at very, very low fees. But let's go ahead and generate a receiving address. And we can do that 2 ways. Either we can click the receive button at the top left, or we can click the L2 Bitcoin button and then the receive button in the bottom left. And then we have to choose either liquid or Lightning. We're going to set an amount, and this is in sats or USD. Let's try 20 USD. Okay, and it's right there. It says the fees are 9 cents. That's really good. Let's go ahead and generate an invoice. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go over to River Exchange and complete this transaction. It'll take a second. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the transaction ready to be sent out of the river.com exchange, and the total amount is $20.20. Well, up here it says $20.20, and down here it says $20.21. Not sure what is right, but it's probably something that's lost in translation, so to speak. All right, let's do it. There is a 1 cent network fee. I'm going to go ahead and send this out, and that is it. Okay, here we are back in the Aqua Wallet, and I went into the L2 Bitcoin button in the middle of the page there, and you can see the top transaction is a Lightning receive, and it is still pending, $20.23. And I think what happens is as the price of Bitcoin fluctuates, the invoice, which is set to a certain amount of Bitcoin, represents a different dollar amount, of course. And once this completes, which it should be any second now, oh, it's already completed. So the swap is complete. And do we see it in the wallet yet? Doesn't look like it. Let's refresh. Lightning payment succeeded. Swap is completed. Everything is done, and it should be done. There it is, Lightning received. Now, I'm not sure if it needs to be confirmed. It needs to be confirmed on the Liquid network, which takes 2 minutes. That's why there's that little clock there. The Lightning payment went to the Liquid network and then generated a transaction on the Liquid network, and that's how fast it is. And you can see the balance here reflects a $20 increase. Fantastic, $20.14 increase. Well, that's how you receive a Lightning payment using the Aqua Wallet. Pretty slick and very, very cheap. Now, let's go ahead and make the notorious $5 latte purchase payment by sending out $5 from this wallet and see what all the fees add up to. So once again, I'm going to select the L2 Bitcoin button in the middle of the page, and you can see that the transaction we were waiting 2 minutes for has confirmed, and it's done. And now I'm going to press send in the middle of the page. It's going to take me hours after this video recording to manage the tax implications of these ridiculous transactions. Okay, paste from clipboard. I do not want to do that. What I'm going to do is go grab a receive address from a Lightning wallet, and I'm going to paste it in here and send $5 of Bitcoin out of this wallet using a Lightning payment to that address. Let's do it. Okay, here we are back in the River Exchange where I'm going to send that $5 to. This is the Lightning invoice for $5, and I'm going to copy that Lightning invoice address here. Press the button next to it, press copy, and then I'm going to go back to the Aqua Wallet and send out this $5. Okay, here we are back in the Aqua Wallet. I'm going to input the address, paste. I'm just going to verify this address and make sure it's correct. Yes, looks good. I'm going to press done here, press continue. It's 5,192 sats. The minimum is 1,000. It's about $5. Continue, and it probably will show us the fees right here. Yes, fee is 46 sats, I believe, and that's about it. Now, there's going to be a conversion from Liquid Bitcoin to Bitcoin, and then it's going to get sent. We'll do a full detailed analysis after this transaction completes. So I'm going to slide the slider, complete the transaction, and that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look at the transaction list, and we can see there's a Lightning send of $5, 5,192 sats. Hopefully that will take about 2 minutes to complete. Here we are at the river.com application, and it says the status is complete. So the Lightning payment occurs instantly. It's crazy because I just switched right over to the river.com application and it said complete. So I'm going to go back and see how it looks on the Aqua application. Here we are back at the transaction list. The Lightning send has completed, but the Liquid conversion has not completed yet, and that's why that little clock is there. Lightning payment succeeded, but the Liquid transaction has not fully completed. But there's a transaction ID. I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to go to the Mempool Explorer and see what that looks like. All right, here we are in the mobile application for the Liquid Network Mempool Explorer. I'm going to paste that transaction ID in here and see if we can find it. There it is, and it is in the second block. It is almost complete, or confirmed, excuse me, and you can see the fee was 2 cents. The fee rate was 0.1 sats per VByte, 0.01, sats per VByte. So what would be the total cost of a $5 transaction with a 26 sat fee, 2 cents, be $5.02? Let's go back and look at the Aqua Wallet just to confirm. Okay, so here we are back in the Aqua Wallet, and this is the details of that transaction. It looks like on the Lightning side, there's a service fee of 20 sats. And then on the Liquid side, there was a transaction fee of 26 sats for a total of 46 sats. And if I close this, it looks like it is $5.05. Perfect. I think that's exactly what we calculated, right? From before? I'm not sure. Anyway, so the service fees for the transaction totaled 5 cents. That is not bad. And there was instant confirmation of the Lightning transaction and then 2-minute confirmation of the liquid Bitcoin transaction. Okay, that was really cool. But Aqua Wallet has one more trick up its sleeve, and that is the ability to convert liquid Bitcoin into USDT right within the application. You don't have to send it to an exchange. You don't have to tell anybody. Nobody knows about these conversions. They stay within the app and they're completely confidential because they take place in the Liquid network system. But there are some things to watch out for. Like I said before, these exchanges are handled through Aqua Wallet's integration with the side swap application. And as such, when you swap from liquid Bitcoin in the Aqua Wallet to USDT, you're doing it on a peer-to-peer level. And because you're doing that, the price spreads can be pretty significant. And when I say significant, I mean they can hurt. And I got caught doing one just for fun and lost my shirt a little bit. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the Tether USDT button down here at the bottom. And I did a swap in early December to try to see if I could do it. And it went through fine. It's just that I lost almost 10% of what I transferred into liquid Bitcoin because of these spreads, which are pretty significant. And let's go ahead and look at those. You do that by pressing the swap button here in between the savings account and the spending account. And before we do that, let's go ahead and make reference of the current price of Bitcoin, $96,369. I'm going to press that swap button and go ahead and pretend we're going to swap liquid Bitcoin for USDT inside the application. And if you notice, really in small little letters, it says 1 liquid Bitcoin equals 95,591. 95,591 when the price of Bitcoin is 96,369. Oh, that's interesting. So you sort of pay a fee of about $800 per Bitcoin, or about 0.8%. Not a whole percent, but I've been checking this over the last few hours, and it ranges from about 0.6 to 1% loss. That is, the value of USDT is less than 1 Bitcoin that you could buy it back. So we'll see this when we switch from USDT. Let's say we had USDT in our account and we want to buy liquid Bitcoin using the swap on SideSwap. And now look at what 1 liquid Bitcoin costs. It's 97,000 USDT. So you can see if you swap in and out of liquid Bitcoin into Tether, it's not going to work unless the price is going up dramatically, but I don't know why you'd be swapping in and out. If you're going to swap liquid Bitcoin for Tether, you want to do it one time and you want to do it in a large amount, preferably. Anyway, you just really have to be careful with these fees on this swap feature. The other swap that's available is going from liquid Bitcoin to regular Bitcoin, which is a peg out transaction. And if you notice, 1 liquid Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin, but there is a 0.1% fee associated with that because it's a peg out transaction. Okay, so what are some of the best practices for using the Aqua Wallet? Number 1, you keep smaller amounts of Bitcoin in your spending account for more frequent transactions on a daily basis. You can use the Lightning Network for instant payments. You can also check out btcmap.org for a list of vendors in your area. There are vendors around the world that accept Bitcoin. You'd actually be surprised. And you should take advantage of automatic conversion. That is, small payments come in. There's the fees to convert them to liquid Bitcoin are so small, it's fantastic. Then if you want to move it on chain, the fees to do that are pretty low as well. But the idea is that you accumulate small payments as liquid Bitcoin and then batch transfer them to an on-chain wallet, which is what the savings account is. Speaking of which, you use a savings account for larger amounts of savings and less frequent transactions. With both of these, you have to consider the network that best suits your needs for that transaction. In conclusion, with the Aqua Bitcoin wallet, you can easily switch between whatever network best suits your needs. Whether you're making a Lightning payment at a store, sending liquid Bitcoin to a friend or child, or storing funds in your Bitcoin savings account, it's all managed from one interface. Man, we've covered a lot of ground today, and congratulations if you're still with me. This is a long video. It was supposed to be a short one. I've shown you how Aqua Wallet bridges the gap between Bitcoin security and everyday convenience. Whether you're a grandma who's new to Bitcoin or a seasoned user, Aqua Wallet simplifies managing your funds across the Bitcoin, the Lightning, and the Liquid network. Remember to start small and experiment a little bit before you do anything crazy. Keep that seed phrase safe, and you should think of the Aqua Wallet as your gateway to the Bitcoin ecosystem. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all your support over the last year. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Tell all your family members to subscribe as well. And I will see you in the next video.